Shell Petroleum Development Company says Nigeria will lose about 800 billion naira to oil theft this year if the federal government does not stop the ongoing illegal bunkering at the Nembe Creek trunk line immediately. Managing Director, SPDC, Mr. Mutiu Sumonu, while speaking to journalists in Port Harcourt, the River State capital, shortly after an inspection tour of the Nembe trunk line, said currently the country is losing about 140,000 barrels per day through illegal bunkering. He urged the federal government to urgently provide security along the crude lines in the area to save the country from further loss of revenue through such oil theft.
Saddened by the incident, the SPDC Managing Director, Mr. Mutiu Sumonu, described the situation along the Nembe trunk line as ugly and disturbing and asked the government and other well-meaning Nigerians to act fast if the nation would sustain oil operation in the region.
There are efforts being made by government, but the point I'm making is that, first of all, those efforts need to be improved and they need to be sustained. But it's not just about military intervention or government security agencies intervention. There must also be a social face to it. We need to look for ways and means of creating employment for people in the Delta.
He also said some international agencies that had indicated interest to develop the agricultural sector in the Niger Delta region but became reluctant investing in the project because of the height of criminal activities in the region. The SPDC MD also denied knowledge of persons doing bunkery in the region but expresses confidence in the security in the region. Mr. Sumono said as a corporate oil firm, SPDC will fight against bunkering in its own little way.
The best we can do is to just continue to play a strong advocacy for change, a strong advocacy for enforcement of the rule of law, a strong advocacy to make sure that the government security agencies who are protecting these strategic national assets are effective. That is all we can do. You know, our expertise is in producing oil and gas. We don't have expertise in security. We don't have expertise in any other thing. So, unfortunately, there is not much we can do in terms of preventing bunkering, other than the sort of thing we are doing now.
He called on all well-meaning Nigerians, governmental agencies, communities, states and civil society not to leave the fight to oil companies alone, but to join in the crusade against oil bunkering.